Scorpio, you are represented by the Nine of Swords and Empress. So for some of you, there's a strong tie to a Taurus person or a maternal figure or your ideal feminine. So it could be that you have some anxiety. Maybe you're worried about your health, your success, your well-being, your happiness. Maybe you're worried about pleasure. For others of you, it could be you have, a project that you're involved with that impacts your romantic life. For some of you, you're worried about someone that you're involved with. Maybe they're ill, or maybe they're grappling with some kind of difficulty. And perhaps, you're worried about the choices that they're making and you want to protect them, or you're not sure about the choices or decisions that they're making. And so there's something that you're struggling with that may even be keeping you up at night. Now, for some of you, you're anxious to communicate. You want to talk. You want to smooth over some difficulties, some misunderstandings. And perhaps there's some luck, some opportunity running through a situation for you. You get the chance to either make a better connection with somebody or perhaps make a new connection. You may feel anxiety about communicating, or you may be anxious to communicate. So you are going over a situation again and again. It could be you're playing out some dialogue in your head. You're trying to understand something and you're having difficulty facing that. Now, it could be there's some dilemma on the horizon and you are, you can't come up with any solution. And yet, you do have some options, even though they may appear to be limited for you. Maybe you have ruled out some things. It could be that you've made some decisions based on principle. You're not going to do this, or you're going to do that. Or it could be that, based on pride, it's keeping you from moving forward with something. Or it could be that it's just something you just never considered. So there's some anxiety or an illness. It could be some regret or remorse about a situation. And the Empress says that, if there's a goal in mind connected to a partner or a relationship, that as long as you keep working toward that, you eventually will get there. But it is about applying yourself in spite of the luck and opportunity that exists. Because the Empress also says that you can be apathetic about something. Maybe you're not trying hard enough, or you're thinking it's just going to come to you. And so perhaps there's some self-indulgence. Maybe somebody is even ill because they're going too far in seeking pleasure. This could be doing something to the extreme, loving too much, seeking pleasure too much, over excess in some way, extravagance that creates some sense of anxiety. So there's something that you want to smooth over, something that connects to your happiness, your sense of well-being, your sense of pleasure, perhaps sensual pleasure with someone else. And it may tie to something being illuminated that is connected to a solution. So there could be a solution, even though you're very worried, or there's some anxiety or grief in connection to something. Or maybe you're anxious to find a solution to something. There's some difficulty or challenge, and there could be a solution on the horizon. Or an opportunity that was formerly closed, or somebody's heart could suddenly open for you. You may be, something may be illuminated. You may be giving some advice, getting it, solving a problem, starting something, or realize that you need to start something. And it could, again, have to do with your health, your happiness, and your well-being. So it could be a fortunate solution. You're worried about getting some advice, or something is illuminated about an illness or a dilemma that moves things forward for you. Now, the romance is characterized by the Three of Coins and the Six of Cups. So the focus is on teamwork, working with your partner to accomplish something, to improve something, getting some cooperation, and taking some time to look at the weak points of your relationship. This speaks of face-to-face meeting, some kind of dialogue happening between you and another person, or you're at a place where people are gathered. Could be a restaurant, a coffee shop. Maybe in some cases you're even going to go to court if you're having difficulty working something out. Now, this may have to do also with children. If not, it could be something to do with you being a mother or connecting to a mother figure or wanting to protect somebody, your maternal instincts kicking in. But in this case, maybe somebody's offering something up, their love, their affection, their advice, and the other person is not responding. They're not paying attention. They're self-absorbed. They're caught up in something else. Maybe they're working to improve something. And it likely ties to the past, a past connection. Perhaps someone from your childhood. It could be, a lost love or an ex. Or it could be somebody, very karmic, a past life connection. Now, you may be getting some cooperation. You may be getting some assistance to connect to somebody. Maybe this is expressed through a gift or a sentiment or simply, giving your heartfelt appreciation to someone or receiving that. And there could be, again, some avenues, some doorways, some opportunities that open up for you that you thought were closed off. But for some of you, you're having to deal with the situation due to some kind of misjudgment, a miscalculation, a past indiscretion that's coming back to bite you. And you may be contacted by or have to deal with somebody that you would really rather avoid. You may feel like the past is haunting you, that if you could get rid of some emotional clutter or dependencies, that you could move forward, that's what's holding you back. Now, this may also have to do with renewing something. This is doubly emphasized. Maybe you're making some positive personal changes because of your relationship. Or perhaps a relationship reawakens your desires, your feelings that you thought were dead. Maybe, your relationship may be making a positive transformation, or maybe your relationship starts all over again in a new form. So you could be revitalizing your relationship. Something could be renewed. There could be a new beginning. Maybe, there's some healing involved, whether that's physically or emotionally, or you simply need to change the way you're looking at something. You need to be more positive. So there could be a renewal of cooperation where there's a rebirth between you and someone connected to your past. Now, why is this occurring?